Our next match is Bozhidar versus Davit from Bulgaria. He is 23 years old, 5'7" and 187 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Bozhidar Simeonov.
Here he comes, Bozhidar Simeonov, the man that is the current 80-kilo world arm wrestling champ on the right arm. At 80 kilos, this man is a hook specialist, a defensive hook specialist. He has the blocking style that is amazing.
His opponent from Georgia. He is 29 years old, 5'8" and 191 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Davit Samushia.
And Davit Samushia makes his way from Georgia, 29 years old, 178 centimeters tall. This man is the 85-kilo world champion. This is pretty much the two best arm wrestlers in the 80 to 85-kilo world category coming together. They're both hookers. David has the winning record, but this will be a war.
Definitely looking for a lot of top rolls to come out of this match. A lot of hand fights for sure.
Now, if you had to say it, look, Davit has the winning record over Bozhidar. I believe he is the offensive style hooker among them, where Bozhidar, the defensive style hooker. Let's see if Bozhidar can slow Davit down. Over 5 rounds, it's a great chance, but let's look for the explosiveness from Davit Samushia from the go. Center table negotiations now. Here we go.
This is snapping right in. I see Davit leading with that shoulder a little bit more. That shoulder line in a hook versus hook battle is super important. Who's able to isolate the other guy's muscles?
Wrist.
See Davit looking to trust his hand a little more, and you can see that Bozhidar wants to commit his frame. Ref script coming up.
They say the Bozhidar is untop-rollable, but it's impossible to top-roll this man.
Take the grip.
He's one of those guys that if he gets his position,
Okay,
it's
center is
kind
good.
of over.
Wrist
He
here,
doesn't
come on.
lose
Wrist.
once he gets position. But Davit Samushia will look to explode
Wrist more.
through
Good.
that position before
Ready,
Bozhidar
go.
can get
Stop.
the set. Oh, but look
False
at
start.
that. They were just going straight in.
Ready, go.
Neither guy exploding with side pressure. Both just squeezing for position. They respect each other there, that they realize if they go sideways too hard too early, they lose position, they lose the match.
Ready?
I mean, I saw Bozhidar look like he was winning the shoulder alignment battle, but Davit had definitely started to cup right through Bozhidar's pronation. So hand position versus shoulder position was at that. Looked like the way it was going.
Bozhidar has a very small hand among arm wrestlers.
Wrist
He
here.
is a frame-based hooker. He will
Wrist.
look to commit his shoulder, get supination, where
Center.
Davit much more involved in the hand.
Now center is good. Wrist here. Come on. Take the grip. Center is perfect. Wrist. Rotate. Rotate. It's good. It's good. Ready, go!
And there we are, deep into the hook where we expected to go. You can see it. It is straight away shoulder line commitment from Bozhidar. He's the first man to go on the offense, but it is the hand control rotation. Almost a top roll there coming out. He's flirting with it. Davit Samushia, patience right now. Bozhidar testing his frame, looking to come forward. But you can see the rotation from Davit Samushia testing it out there. But this match locked down already. Round number 1, it is going nowhere.
Oh man, this is just a game of inches and centimeters. Try not to exploit too much or use too much of your energy, and not you lose shoulder position. Bozhidar going for big gambles here, big hits.
You can see even Bozhidar, he actually lets his wrist flexion out a little bit. He almost tempts his opponent to try to throw a big drive there. He's going all in there, but it has been contained by Davit Samushia. Now he returns the serve, but Bozhidar goes back to his defensive position, and now he's again. Look at that, Bozhidar.
Bozhidar able to pronate through his frame at the end, going up 1-0. Bozhidar Simeonov, like that's super impressive, especially the way he pronated out at the end. Kind of like a King's move in terms of rotating your shoulder for the pronation and dropping that shoulder.
Yeah, impressive stuff. Good back and forth throughout that. Both guys respected each other. They both had their opportunities. Both went hard early. Samushia contained. You can see in the replay here as Bozhidar really had to go all in. You can see the shoulder commitment, everything. Gets that rotation dominance at the death there. Samushia concedes into the celebration from Bozhidar. Was that enough, Derek, there, that the match is still alive? Or given that these guys are hookers and hookers and hookers, is it over already? Have we got a dominant guy?
I mean, personally, I'm one of the people that believes that a deep hook battle is more technical than any kind of top rolling battle. I believe that there's so many muscles at play, and there's the risks that you run if you let 1 inch, you get opened up 1 inch, you're risking so much in a hook versus hook battle. So I want to see. I think Davit is going to attack Bozhidar's bicep a little bit more. I'd like to see him try to open up Bozhidar a little bit more in terms of the elbow flexion to really control the table on his side.
Absolutely, I think you called it right there. In round number 1, it was Davit Samushia who actually allowed Bozhidar to be the first person to attack. They both just squeezed for position, and he just held and said, "I'm going to let you go." Bozhidar did that, and eventually got through. I expect the same as you, Davit Samushia, to be a little bit more offensive in this round number 2.
I love that we know where it's going, though. Like, kind of, I love that we know it's going to hook battle. These are so awesome. You guys really look for these intricate adjustments that these guys are making inside of a hook. People just see, sideways versus sideways. But if you really know what you're looking for, it's the small things that matter so much in a match like this. These small incremental gains that they're making.
Let's go.
Okay, let's have a look at the knuckle position. You can see Davit Samushia. I feel like he's slightly high knuckle position there.
I will rotate center first.
Offensive drive, potentially coming early.
Wrist, shoulders.
Bozhidar, slightly lower
Ready,
position.
go!
But it's Bozhidar goes on the offense straight away, and it's Davit Samushia catching. Rotation there, battle now looks good. Bozhidar can't get through with the raw side pressure yet. It's Davit Samushia waiting for his time to attack. Bozhidar halfway down to the offensive pin, but is unable to get through. Tries again, gets very close. That might be a pin. They haven't called it.
Here it comes.
Samushia holding on. Now's his time. He must attack.
Oh, that's a great adjustment. Watch Davit's elbow. See how he's sliding further and further back, opening up Bozhidar's arm so it's harder for him to drive sideways. Watch. Oh, my gosh. This is getting ridiculous. The shoulder commitment out of Bozhidar, this drive is getting less and less effective as Davit it keeps cupping and trying to isolate Bozhidar's bicep. So now see how Davit's elbow's at the back of the pad. This is going to allow for him to take away from Bozhidar's offensive abilities.
Amazing patience here from Davit Samushia. He has brought the match to his side of the table. He survived all the attacks. You see Bozhidar running out of fuel now, but still he's able to defend. But there it is. Look at that. As Bozhidar tries to let go and get a slip, cut that off from Davit Samushia, and it is 1 apiece. Wow.
I mean,
my
honestly,
goodness.
So it's 1-1. I feel like Bozhidar really expended a lot more energy in that match, and that's a huge thing in a hook versus hook battle. Who's burning out more and more energy? And it looks like Bozhidar really taxed himself in this one.
Davit really, he gambled then. He gambled by not attacking. He didn't attack for the first 30 seconds. Right. And Bozhidar got so close to a pin. It was, I think it could have been called even as a pin at one point, but the replay there, you just see, once the exhaustion was set in from Bozhidar, it was great technical arm wrestling there from Davit Samushia. At 1 apiece now, who do you feel has more fuel in the tank?
I have to go with Davit. I mean, I think Bozhidar was so active there and really just burning more and more energy. While Davit was with patience was key in that one, and it paid off in the end. I don't see Bozhidar gaining much more horsepower suddenly after being that active on the table.
It's going to really come down to endurance from here. Bozhidar being slightly behind the 8 ball, he's going to have to be very careful. He can't make mistakes right now. Every millimeter, as you said, Davit Samushia drew him in round number 2 to his side of the table with great precision. Bozhidar, expect probably more patience from him this time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that Bozhidar really trying to line up. Those offensive surges are lethal from Bozhidar, but they have to come at the right time. He has to open up Davit's arm a little bit more, really focus on his elbow positioning and his shoulder commitment, and then do those offensive surges. Doing those surges out of position is just going to tax his arm. It's going to allow Davit to open him up. So I want to see Bozhidar really steering across that elbow pad, really trying to target Davit's shoulder, and then start getting those offensive surges in. I think that'll be the key.
This match absolutely living up to its hype. These two guys, best hookers in the world, best arm wrestlers in the world in the 80 to 85 category, both world champions. It's 1 apiece. We couldn't ask for a better match from these two guys. Legends of the sports already at such a young age. 23 years old, Bozhidar Simeonov. of Bulgaria. Davit Samushia, 29 from Georgia. This is a perfect war, East vs West at its best. Let's see where this one goes. Both guys running low on fuel already. They've got to start to think ahead because it's a best of 5 round match. They've got to win 2 more still.
A little bit center this way.
What if Davit
Now
top
center
rolls?
this way.
I'm
Good.
just saying, it
Wrist
looked like
here.
there was an option there.
Wrist, David.
I've spoken with Bozhidar
here.
before. He's told me he's never top
Shoulders.
rolled in his life.
Wrist,
Oh my gosh.
wrist.
He just won't do it.
Ready, go!
Okay.
And there we are, into the hook again. Patience once more from both guys. Let's see who has more. Who will move first?
Davit going defensive. Now watch that elbow.
Both
Bozhidar.
guys dragging back now.
Yep. It's important. That's an important spot to establish. Oh, okay.
Davit going on the offense.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. The more you do that and you get opened up and it fails, you know, be careful of that. Especially watch for
Stop!
the...
Stop!
Elbow foul called on Bozhidar Simeonov before the pin.
Losing position.
Referees now consulting with each other whether it was done in the losing position
Elbow
or
foul and
in the
losing
neutral.
position.
There you go, you hear that. Elbow foul in losing position, so that is the win to Davit Samushia, 2-1.
Man. Bozhidar, it looked like he was trying to time that hit. He was trying to... so sometimes in a hook battle, when one guy starts surging, you wait for him to stand back up to time your hit so you can get him outside his shoulder. It looked to me like Bozhidar was waiting for that, but he got that elbow foul center table trying to stop that hit.
Yeah, you can see the elbow did come off the front of the pad as the pin occurred. Bozhidar running out of fuel. Davit Samushia getting control of the rotation. He's got more free access to side pressure now. Bozhidar up against the ropes. Where does he go? Where does he go?
I mean, the biggest difference for that one was that Davit was offensive before Bozhidar in this match. Normally, Bozhidar was the one attacking. So I think that Bozhidar doubles down on defense. I mean, if Davit's going to continue to be more offensive, same thing that Davit was doing to him in the earlier rounds, Bozhidar focuses on that in the later rounds. Just tighten up. Take your time, man.
If Bozhidar wants to get to the straps, how does he do it against someone like Davit Samushia? Is it even possible?
They're gripping so low. I mean, you saw that one round that Bozhidar decided to try to go the straps last second and was just so deep on Davit's hand. It would have to be something he would do at the very beginning. He can't take his time and wait to get to a deep hook to go for that. It would have to be an up top slip, like a top rolling type slip. I don't think he can dive underneath Davit's hand.
And of course, the risk if he goes for the top roll and gets turned in, then he's out of position.
Yep. And that man does not know how to top roll. Or does not like to top roll. I don't know if he knows how, but he does not like to top roll.
Either way, it is 2-1. Davit Samushia of Georgia leading at the moment, 1 win away. Of course, he is the 85-kilo world champion. Bozhidar, the 80-kilo world champion. Both these guys for this event meeting at 85 kilos.
Love these fights, man. I know these guys are in their element right now. These are their favorite type of fights as well. They have to.
Center's good.
You can see the confidence in Davit Samushia. He has control of center already. You can see he has the knuckle height. He has the slight control of center.
Take the grip.
He's
Come
feeling
on.
good. Bozhidar rubbing his forearm there. You can see he's up against the wall. He knows that he's running out of fuel quickly. There's not a lot of options for him
Take
here.
the grip.
He's just got to give it everything he's got and hope that the heart gets him through.
Take the grip.
Let's see who goes on the offense
Knuckles.
first. Both these guys have been
Bozhidar,
incredibly
knuckles.
patient so far. Davit Samushia will look for the kill, or will
I
he
will
be
rotate.
patient and
Knuckles
just
good.
control?
Keep it this way.
Bozhidar
Wrist here.
back against the
David,
wall.
wrist.
Last chance.
Wrist. Ready, go!
Bozhidar with a higher hook pressure this time, and Davit Samushia looking comfortable. He's happy and almost nods a bit. Bozhidar making it about the hand more than the frame, which is not typically his style, but looks like he's still got decent defense, but Davit Samushia working now.
Yeah, he definitely gambled gripping that high. He doesn't have as much wrist-to-wrist connection, so he's really taxing his own pronation trying to
It's
control.
working, though. It's working.
Well, it's fresh. It should be relatively fresh in terms of that position.
No offense able to get through there from Bozhidar, but the defense in this high position. Oh, look, Davit Samushia flirting the idea of a top roll there, but not able to get outside the hand. Can't get through, though. This is a war, and there it is, the win, though. Davit Samushia chips through and takes the win. Well done. Two guys with the utmost respect for each other. We'll wait for the replays to have a look at how Davit Samushia finished that one, but outstanding effort there from two best hook pullers as the finish is shown one more time. Bozhidar Simeonov gave it everything he had. He threw everything, Different style, but it was eventually just too much side pressure from Davit Samushia getting the win.
Fantastic display of a hook versus hook battle and showing what's really important to focus on in those matches, you guys. Like those hook versus hook wars are just a battle of centimeters, so much, like I said before, and these guys are masters.
Let's cross now to Coach Ray with your winner.
Just put the microphone close to the mouth. We are here with the winner, Davit Samushia. What a war! Everyone loves a good hook war, and we got one. How do you feel now?
ზოგადად მოგება საუკეთესო გზნობა. რა ძლიერი მოწინააღმდეგეა. ძლიერი მოწინააღმდეგეა. ძალიან ვაფასებდა, რა ვიცი. ფიქრობ მაგარი სანახაობრივი და კაი ბრძოლა ვანახეთ საზოგადოებას. კლავჭის გულშემატკივრებს.
So victory is the sweetest overall. So he's very happy right now that won such an important and meaningful match in his life. And he also said that it's like very, very honorable for each or every part and member of this community. And he congratulated to them and to arm wrestling to be happy to witness such a match that we just witnessed.
Oh yeah, we were happy for sure. Without winning the match with Bozhidar, you are East versus West 80 kilo world champion. And you're going to receive an award from our VIP sponsors. Come here and please give a round of applause, Davit Samushia. A classic shield and a helmet. As a champion, he needs to defend it, and I think he will be ready to defend it against anyone on the planet. One more time, Davit Samushia!
ბოჟდარზე ვიტყვი რა. საუკეთესოა და რავი, ძალიან მაგარი ადამიანია ეს, განავრცე ესე თქვი რა.
So, David made sure that I would translate it for everybody else, and he specifically right now talked about his opponent, one of the greatest in this category. So, Bozhidar Simeonov, you are a legend, and you will always be, no matter if it's a lose or win. And he is very grateful that you were accepted as his opponent today. And he told me to specifically say that he is very honored to be at the level that we just witnessed. So he also is very thankful to you, Bozhidar.
Oh, we were honored to witness this. Davit Samushia.